Hey Rebels, my name is Matthew Barton, and I'm the host of the Rebellion Brewing Podcast. A few weeks ago, all the craft brewers from across the province got together in Regina for the second annual Saskatchewan Craft Beer Festival. The German club played host to 15 breweries and served up brats and pretzels to go with all the tasty beer. It was awesome walking into a room filled with hundreds of people, and almost every face was someone familiar or an actually really good friend. When our taproom manager Jen Muscovy took on the challenge of planning this beer festival, I didn't realize how much work would go into it, or how many moving pieces would have to come together for it to get pulled off. Jen was running 1,000,000 miles a minute. Her hair was on fire, all to ensure everything was as smooth as possible for this festival. It was awesome. It was such a great energy and a great vibe. One thing that made the festival so memorable to me was seeing my good friend Chantel. She's one of those OG rebels that's been a huge supporter of Rebellion from our very early days. Even before we had the brewery fully installed, when we were just concrete floors and a dream, she was cheering us on. I used to work with her when I was in the public service, and frankly, she's one of my favorite human beings that I ever got to work with. A couple years back, she had this really scary fight with cancer. It's a really heavy thing to carry. But Chantel has one of the best laughs and this big, bright, gregarious spirit. So I resolved to treat her the same as I always have. I was telling her dirty jokes and swearing like a sailor, and since I'm a bald guy, I would shamelessly pop on her Facebook page and give her moisturizer tips for her head when she was doing chemo. All I wanted to do was make her laugh. Needless to say, she never stopped smiling throughout it all, and the good news was she kicked cancer's ass, and I'm super proud of her for it. And every time I see her, I'm really happy to share a pint with her and just give her the biggest hug. Seeing her out at the craft beer festival kind of brought all of it full circle, from the earliest days of Rebellion to how far we've come as a brewery and how the craft beer scene has developed and grown since then. My other favorite memory from the craft beer festival was meeting fans of the podcast. It was strange. I was getting stopped for selfies and people were telling me what their favorite episode was, or how the show helped them discover a bunch of new craft beer, or got them interested in trying out restaurants around town like Beak's Chicken. It was really great meeting all of you, and I want to thank you for your support. It means a lot. Sometimes when I'm recording this podcast, it kind of feels like we're in a black box. I don't know the impact that we're really making. Well, at least until somebody comes up and shakes my hand and says, "Hey, great job on the show." One of the other things I did at the festival was I shoved a microphone in people's faces, and I asked them what they thought about the festival and the craft beer scene. And it was strange. This theme kept emerging, and it wasn't something I was asking people to talk about, but it was how far Saskatchewan's come, and how much we've changed, and how we're kind of developing and doing our own thing as a craft brew scene, and everybody's really proud of it. We all see it as something really special. So let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Carrie Stenson, and I'm with Blackbridge Brewery. I'm also the president of the Saskatchewan Craft Brewers Association. So far, we've had 500 people come in the doors. We have brewers from all across Saskatchewan showcasing their amazing beer. I think Saskatchewan's embracing what the breweries are offering, and our industry is growing, so we're seeing breweries growing, and there's breweries now in Regina, Saskatoon, North Battleford, Nakoma, Swift Current. We have one opening up in Maple Creek pretty soon, so it's exciting to see the industry grow. I can't even go anywhere without running into someone I know, and that makes my heart warm. You know what I mean? It's just, it makes you excited to go to these things, go to festivals, and see your friends. So.
Hi, my name is Kate Biblow. I am the taproom manager at Bones Brewing Company. I have this thing that I always say, and it's that those of us who chose to stay in Saskatchewan are doing really cool stuff. And often we're dismissed, often we're overlooked, and we just like don't care. And so for me, like being part of this community, and especially like seeing it in action tonight, is like we're celebrating those of us who chose to stay and make it a great place and build this community with one another. When I get to share my love of craft beer with other people, well, it just warms you. Like you drink a good, like quality product, it literally will warm your body. And to have like a shared moment or like that connection with someone, that's the thing. Like conversation is lacking these days, 2020. And so I feel like being able to like sit down and have a conversation with someone over like a good beer and that be the like conversation starter is huge for building community. You're just laughing at me.
No, I love your answers. They're great.
Yeah, thanks. Our popular beer to date, white IPA.
Why is that?
I think because it's so drinkable. So like even the people who walk into our tap room, they're like, give me a Bud Light. And it's like, no man, we don't do that here. If I give them a white IPA, like it's refreshing, it's crisp, it's drinkable, and it goes down so smooth. So it's like, it's easy. We sell crazy amounts of white IPA.
I'm Sarah Cooney. I am the co-founder of Shelter Brewing in Saskatchewan. We brought our New England IPA, we brought our blueberry and plum sour, and the winter gruit. What we want people to experience when they walk in our tap room is just like a sense of community and collaboration. We're two businesses under one roof. We're doing really small batch brews, and we just want people to come in and taste new beer and have it change up pretty frequently.
Hello, my name is Mark Lozschuk. I'm a home brewer and local beer snob and Twitter troll. And I'm having a great time here at this Sask Craft Beer Festival. Got lots of great friends here and having a great time. And I see a lot of people that wouldn't have been here a couple of years ago because nothing existed. So it's a lot of old friends. We just had kids, started having kids a couple of years ago, and we've kind of had a slower life in the last couple of years, and now we got the night to come here and see everyone, and it's like, holy hell, we got a lot of great friends in the Sask Craft Beer community, and it's like amazing to see how many people we actually know, and it's like kind of getting the band back together, and lots of great friends, a lot of great people having a great time together. So I want to say yes, like I knew this would happen, but no, like I never thought this, I didn't have the ability to even conceive that this would ever happen. When I started brewing beer, the only place you could get something that was made in the city limits was at the Bushwhacker, or in the basement of the ale of the Bushwhacker for the ales meetings, and like we never envisioned anything like this. It's such a small community still that everyone knows each other, and like I mean, I'm wearing a stupid pretzel necklace and stupid glasses that I got at Great American Beer Festival this year in Denver, and there was 400 breweries and 800 different beer, 3,000 different beers down there. I mean, that's cool and it's awesome. There's these big cities that have these epic, 70 breweries in the city, but I mean, in Saskatchewan, that we're spread out all over the province, but we all know each other by first name. Hey, how's your kids? And we actually know each other, and it's like this like pretty tight group. Yeah, we fight like family sometimes, but all in all, like we support each other. So it's a really cool thing about Saskatchewan is some of the stereotypes are true. Like it's small town mentality, and everyone gets to know each other, and that's the really cool thing. So,
hi, my name is Chris Bevis. I'm with 21st Street Brewery, owner and manager. Oh, we've got a Russian Imperial Stout with Rampage local coffee from back home in Saskatoon, with a Sunny Day IPA with Brett and oak characters in it. It's only 80 liters of that we got out of that one. Really, really cool beer, that one. And the boys brought one more. I've been on holidays, so I'm not sure what that one is. And I can't tell you how exciting it is to be in this province and in the craft beer industry. I've been in this industry for 30 years now at Winston's Pub and with 21st Street Brewery now, and I never thought I'd see this kind of thing in Saskatchewan ever. I mean, look around. This is fresh, homemade beer, the best beer you can find almost anywhere in the world. I challenge any other place I've ever been to. Fantastic.
My name's Brennan Lampitt, co-owner of the Armoury Brewing Company in North Battleford. It's our IPA. I know when our brewmaster came up with it, he was so excited to show us, and we were still in the midst of building the brewery, and you could just see the excitement in his face when he walked up with this test batch, and he gave it to us, and we all tried it, and we're like, oh, that's a good beer. And he's like, that's a really good beer. And he just like stormed out of there, like mic dropped basically. And it's been a staple ever since for us. So I think it's a must try. I think this is so surreal. It's amazing. Like to have a full place like this, everyone seems, educated and excited and eager to try new things. It's, growing up, we always drank the beers, and now it's like for people to open up their palates like this and be excited to try new things. I think it's great for Saskatchewan.
Rebels, thank you for listening today. If you have any questions or comments about the episode, be sure to join us on our new Facebook group page, The Rebellion Brewing Podcast. It's on Facebook at Rebellion Brewing Podcast. I'm also proud to let you know that this show is an affiliate member of the Saskatchewan Podcast Network. If you're looking for something new to listen to that's produced locally and telling local Sasky stories, be sure to check out the saskpodcastnetwork.com. As always, new episodes and new beers are coming out all the time, so be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Untapped so you don't miss out on a single thing. Thank you for joining the Rebellion.